brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Doc Ellis. Doc Phillip Ellis, Jr. was an American professional baseball player, a pitcher. Ellis played in Major League Baseball through for the Pittsburgh Pirates, New York Yankees, Oakland Athletics, Texas Rangers, and New York Mets. In his MLB career, he had a 138,119 win-loss record, a 3.46 earned run average, and 1136 strikeouts. Ellis threw a no-hitter on June 12, 1970. He later stated that he accomplished the feat under the influence of LSD. Reporters at the game say they do not believe the claim. Ellis was the starting pitcher for the National League in the All-Star Game in that year. The Pirates were World Series champions. Joining the Yankees in 1976, he helped lead the team to the 1976 World Series, and was named the American League Comeback Player of the Year in the process. Ellis was an outspoken individual who advocated for the rights of players and African Americans. He also had a substance abuse problem, and he acknowledged after his retirement that he never pitched without the use of drugs. After going into treatment, Ellis remained sober and devoted the remainder of his life to counseling drug addicts in treatment centers and prisons. He died of a liver ailment in 2008, at the age of 63. Early life. Ellis attended Gardena High School in Gardena, California. At the age of 14, he began drinking and using drugs. Ellis played for the school's basketball team, recording 21 assists in one game. He played baseball as an infielder for a local semi-professional team called the Pittsburgh Pirates Rookies, along with future major leaguers Bobby Tolan, Roy White, Ron Woods, Reggie Smith, Don Wilson, Bob Watson, and Dave Nelson. The team was managed by Chet Brewer. However, Ellis refused to play for the Gardena High School baseball team because a baseball player referred to him as a spear chucker. When Ellis was caught drinking and smoking marijuana in a high school bathroom during his senior year, the school agreed not to expel him if he agreed to play for the school's baseball team. He appeared in 4 games and was named All-League. Ellis then attended Los Angeles Harbor College, a junior college. At the age of 17, Ellis was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia. The diagnosis was later changed to sickle cell trait. Minor league career, 1964-1968. While Ellis attended LAHC, various Major League Baseball teams attempted to sign him to a professional contract, but as he heard the Pittsburgh Pirates gave out signing bonuses of $60,000, he held out until the Pirates made him an offer. He was arrested for stealing a car and given probation. Brewer, working as a scout for the Pirates, signed Ellis to the Pirates. As a result of the arrest, the Pirates offered Ellis $500 a month and a $2,500 signing bonus. Ellis played for the Batavia Pirates of the Class A New York, Pennsylvania League in 1964. The next season, he played for the Kinston Eagles of the Class A Carolina League and the Columbus Jets of the Class AAA International League. Ellis pitched in an exhibition game for the Pirates against the Cleveland Indians in July, receiving the win. After the season, the Pirates added Ellis to their 40-man roster. In 1966, Ellis played for the Asheville Tourists of the Class RR Southern League, pitching to a 10-9 win-loss record, a 2.77 earned run average, and an All-Star Game appearance. The Pirates called Ellis up to the majors near the end of the season, but the team did not use him in a game that year. Ellis started the 1967 season with Columbus. He believed that he was not on the major league club because the Pirates already had a number of African American players. He felt that the team did not want to alienate white fans. Ellis was sent down to the Macon Peaches of the Southern League, which Ellis believed was due to the length of his hair. Ellis said that he was promoted back to Columbus after shaving his head. He had a 2-0 win-loss record with Macon and a 5-7 record with Columbus. During his minor league career, Ellis once chased a heckler in the stands with a baseball bat. He also used pills when he pitched, specifically the amphetamines benzedrine and Dexamyl, stressed by the pressure of his can't-miss status as a prospect. Ellis became addicted. Ellis later said that he never pitched a game without using amphetamines. He eventually needed per game between 5 and 12 capsules, depending on their strength. Ellis acknowledged that he began to use cocaine in the late 1960s. Ellis held out from the Pirates in February 1968. He came to terms with the team in March. The Pirates optioned Ellis to Columbus, who moved Ellis from the starting rotation to the bullpen. At Columbus, Ellis credited his work with manager Johnny Pesky and pitching coach Harvey Haddix for improving his performance. Pittsburgh Pirates. Ellis made his MLB debut that June, beginning as a relief pitcher. The Pirates moved Ellis into the starting rotation later that season. Ellis pitched his first complete game in September. He had a 6-5 win-loss record, with a 2.51 ERA with the Pirates in 1968. In 1969, Ellis made the team's starting rotation. For opening day, the struggles of Steve Blass kept Ellis in the starting rotation, as Blass was moved to the bullpen. June 12, 1970, no-hitter. Self-reportedly under the influence of LSD, Ellis threw a no-hitter against the San Diego Padres 2-0 on Friday, June 12, 1970 in the first game of a doubleheader at San Diego Stadium. The Pirates flew to San Diego on Thursday, June 11 for a series against the Padres. Ellis reported that he visited a friend in Los Angeles and used LSD 2 or 3 times. Thinking it was still Thursday, he took a hit of LSD on Friday at noon, and his friend's girlfriend reminded him at 2 p.m. that he was scheduled to pitch that night. Ellis flew from Los Angeles to San Diego at 3 p.m. and arrived at San Diego Stadium at 4:30 p.m. The game started at 6:05 p.m. Ellis threw the no-hitter despite being unable to feel the ball or see the batter or catcher clearly. Ellis said his catcher Jerry May wore reflective tape on his fingers which helped him to see May's signals. Ellis walked 8 batters and struck out 6, and he was aided by excellent fielding plays from second baseman Bill Mazeroski and center fielder Matty Alou. As Ellis recounted, "I can only remember bits and pieces of the game. I was psyched. I had a feeling of euphoria. I was zeroed in on the catcher's glove, but I didn't hit the glove too much. I remember hitting a couple of batters, and the bases were loaded 2 or 3 times. The ball was small sometimes. The ball was large sometimes. Sometimes I saw the catcher, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes, I tried to stare the hitter down and throw while I was looking at him. I chewed my gum until it turned to powder. I started having a crazy idea in the 4th inning that Richard Nixon was the home plate umpire. And once I thought I was pitching a baseball to Jimi Hendrix, who to me was holding a guitar and swinging it over the plate. They say I had about 3 to 4 fielding chances. I remember diving out of the way of a ball I thought was a line drive. I jumped, but the ball wasn't hit hard and never reached me." Ellis reported that he never used LSD. during the season again, though he continued to use amphetamines. After the story was made public, he said he regretted taking LSD that day, because it robbed him of his greatest professional memory. Assessments of LSD claim Bob Smizik of the Pittsburgh Press believed Ellis' version of events that day, although he did not witness the game in person. Smizik was the reporter who first broke the story in 1984. Bill Christine, also of the Pittsburgh Press, does not believe Ellis' claim and was at the game that day. Christine was a beat reporter who practically lived with the team that year. Christine said that he did not notice anything unusual, and says that if Ellis had reported to the stadium only 90 minutes before his scheduled start, reporters would have been told. John Mano, a reporter who had extensive interactions with Ellis over his career, was skeptical about many stories told by Ellis, including the LSD no-hitter. Mano said that he has not found a teammate who would corroborate the story. However, one of his close friends, Scipio Spinks, a pitcher for the Astros, has said he has no doubt Ellis was telling the truth about his LSD use, as he was very familiar with Doc's drug habits, including the use of LSD. The no-hitter in pop culture. Ellis collaborated with future United States Poet Laureate Donald Hall on a book, Doc Ellis in the Country of Baseball, published in 1976. The first edition of the book reported that Ellis had been drinking vodka on the day of his no-hitter. Hall updated the 1989 edition to reveal the LSD use. Singer-songwriter Barbara Manning paid tribute to Ellis and his no-hitter in the psychedelic pop song, Doc Ellis, a 2009 animated short film by James Blagdon about the game. Doc Ellis and the LSD No-No features narration in Ellis' own voice, taken from a 2008 Nepalese Rupees interview. The no-hitter was prominently featured in the short documentary about Ellis' life, No-No, a documentary directed by Jeffrey Radis. 1970-1971. Ellis struggled for the remainder of the 1970 season, and finished the year with a 13-10 win-loss record as he experienced elbow and shoulder pain. However, he finished second in the NL with 4 shutouts and 7th with a 3.21 ERA. The Pirates won the National League East Division Championship. Ellis started Game 1 of the 1970 National League Championship Series to the Cincinnati Reds. Ellis took the loss, and the Pirates lost the series to the Reds in 3 games. Ellis worked on his change-up for the season. He was rewarded by being named the Pirates' opening day starting pitcher. He defeated the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 4-2. After a strong start to the 1971 season, posting a 13-3 win-loss record, Ellis was named to appear in the 1971 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, held at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. The Als selected Vida Blue of the Oakland Athletics as their starter, and Ellis publicly stated that National League All-Star team manager Sparky Anderson would never start 2 brothers against each other. Anderson surprised Ellis by naming him the starting pitcher of the All-Star Game. Ellis was the losing pitcher in the game. During the game, Reggie Jackson hit a towering home run off of Ellis. The home run, estimated to have traveled, tied a 1926 home run hit by Babe Ruth for the longest measured home run on record. The next time the two opposed each other, Ellis beamed Jackson in the face in retaliation for his earlier home run. Ellis started Game 2 of the 1971 NLCS, earning the victory over the San Francisco Giants. During the series, Ellis created a stir by complaining about the Pirates' lodgings, complaining that the organization was cheap. He changed hotels, because he said the hotel rooms were too small. Ellis started Game 1 of the 1971 World Series against the Baltimore Orioles. In a losing effort, he lasted only innings. He allowed 4 hits and 4 runs, including 2 home runs. Though Ellis denied being in pain before the game, he later acknowledged that elbow pain limited his performance, and wondered if his sickle cell trait could be related to this pain. The Pirates defeated the Orioles in 7 games to win the World Series. Ellis finished the season with a 19-9 win-loss record and a 3.06 ERA. He placed 4th in the Cy Young Award balloting. His 19 wins were 5th best in the league, and his .679 winning percentage was 4th best. Macing incident. On May 5, 1972, Ellis, Willie Stargell, and Rennie Stennett missed the team bus to Riverfront Stadium. A security guard asked the 3 for identification. Stargell and Stennett complied and were allowed in, but Ellis did not have identification with him. The guard said that Ellis did not identify himself, appeared drunk, and made threatening gestures with a closed fist. Ellis countered that he was showing his World Series ring as evidence of his affiliation with the Pirates. In response, the guard mastered Ellis. Ellis was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. The Reds sued Ellis for assault and Ellis countersued. Before going to trial, the Reds dropped the suit and wrote Ellis a letter of apology. The municipal court dropped the charges against Ellis, though Ellis stated that this incident made him hate better. Ellis finished the 1972 season 9th in the NIN era, 6th in winning percentage, 4th in walks per 9 innings pitched, and 1st in home runs per 9 innings ratio. The Pirates won the NL East that year and faced the Reds in the 1972 NLCS. The Pirates pitched Ellis with a sore arm, but the Reds won the series. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.